What if you jumped into a black hole? Let's say, for some reason, you've decided to take the most extreme leap of faith in the universe. Maybe you're curious. Maybe you're bored. Maybe someone dared you. Whatever the reason, you found yourself drifting alone in space, slowly approaching one of the strangest, scariest, and most fascinating objects ever discovered, a black hole. At first, you don't notice much. The black hole doesn't look like a hole. It doesn't suck things in like a cosmic vacuum cleaner. It's just there, a black sphere of absolute darkness. No light escapes from it, no reflections, no glimmers. It's like a hole punched into the fabric of reality itself. Around it is a bright, glowing disk, the accretion disk, made of gas and dust and unfortunate space stuff that got a little too close. This disk is heating up as it spirals in, glowing with terrifying energy, hotter than anything you've ever imagined. You're still safe, floating just far enough away that nothing feels wrong. Yet, as you begin to drift closer, things start to get weird. The first thing you'd notice is that time around you starts to behave strangely. From your perspective, everything feels normal. But if someone were watching you from a distance, say, a friend you left behind on your spaceship with popcorn and a telescope, they would see something very different. To them, you'd begin to slow down, slower and slower, until you seem frozen right at the edge of the black hole, never actually falling in. You'd just fade, dim, redshift, and disappear. From their view, you'd never quite cross the boundary, the event horizon. But you're the one falling, and your experience is very, very different. You're not frozen. You're falling. And fast. Once you cross the event horizon, that invisible boundary around the black hole, there's no going back. Not because your engines don't work or your spacesuit fails. It's just physics. The gravity is so strong that not even light can escape. Escape velocity here is faster than the speed of light, and nothing you do can change that. You are officially cut off from the rest of the universe. But the strangest part? You wouldn't feel it. The moment you pass the event horizon, nothing dramatic happens. No explosion, no flashing lights, no sudden pain. You just keep falling. Silently. Peacefully. If the black hole is supermassive, like the kind in the center of galaxies, the gravitational gradient is spread out, meaning the pull on your head and feet is nearly the same. You could, in theory, drift peacefully for a while, seeing nothing but blackness ahead. But let's assume this isn't a gentle, galactic center black hole. Let's say you were brave, or unlucky, enough to dive into a stellar mass black hole. Now things get uncomfortable. As you fall further, the difference in gravity between your feet, closer to the black hole, and your head, further away, grows dramatically. Your body gets stretched. Physicists have a technical term for this. It's called spaghettification. You, the brave space explorer, are turned into spaghetti. Long, thin, gravitationally tortured spaghetti. You wouldn't survive this. That's the end of the line for your atoms as a person. But let's not be so dramatic. Let's pretend you're indestructible. A cartoon character with an infinite pain tolerance and unbreakable limbs. In that case, what's next? You fall deeper, and here, physics starts to break. At the center of the black hole is a point called the singularity, a place where our understanding of space and time collapses. Gravity becomes infinite, space-time curves into a point of zero volume, and all known laws of physics, relativity, quantum mechanics, stop working. What happens to you at the singularity? No one knows. Seriously, no one. Not even the smartest physicists on Earth can tell you what really goes on in there. You might be crushed into an infinitely small point. You might be stretched across time. You might even, as some very speculative theories suggest, pop out the other end of the black hole somewhere else in the universe. Or in another universe. Yes, some ideas in theoretical physics propose that black holes might be connected to wormholes, shortcuts through space-time, with the singularity acting like a portal. You wouldn't fall into destruction. You'd fall into somewhere else. A white hole, another galaxy, a parallel dimension where ducks rule the world and pizza is free. These are fun ideas. But right now, they are just that, ideas. We have no evidence, no way to test them, and no one has ever sent a camera or a person past the event horizon to check. So what's the final answer to what if you jumped into a black hole? You'd vanish from the universe, from the point of view of everyone else. They would never see you cross the line. You'd fall inward silently. You'd get stretched and shredded. If the black hole was small, you'd reach a place where time and space stop making sense. And then, well, we just don't know. Maybe you become part of the singularity. Maybe you become energy. Maybe you reappear somewhere else. Or maybe, just maybe, the universe gives you one last surprise. But whatever happens, one thing is certain. It would be the most fascinating and final trip you'd ever take.